Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Temperance Star. I'm gonna be doing a lovely corrective. Yeah, let's get with some correction we have to do for you guys. Now I'm doing a lovely collective reading for you guys today. Sorry for the quality. We are switching things up. I'm using a new device, but hopefully I'll be able to pump things out quicker, faster, doing this that way. But if not, I'll just switch over back to what I was doing. Who knows? Who cares? And that's the energy you might be in. You may be in who cares type energy. Like, who gives a like literally, like who cares? But how are you guys doing today with the magician and the strength card? Yeah, it's giving like you may just be uh manifesting and just transmuting a lot of energy. You may be using a lot of strength and courage to get through a lot of tough times, a lot of times where you may feel like the lion in you wants to kind of just jump on out. Ooh, with the hermit card too, because you may be someone who stays to yourself. You may be someone that isolates a lot, someone that kind of like, or maybe you are someone that cloaks to yourself. You may be someone who doesn't truly show that you are like a magician or someone that is very like pow, but that's not literally what it is in this world. But people be thinking that that's what it is, especially when you come across. However, um, everyone practices. This whole world practices. Everybody uses magic. But people be thinking like it's just certain things and stuff. But anyways, you may be having to really kind of hold yourself back, or you may not be holding yourself back, especially with the strength card and the magician out. You may just be like, who cares? Like, okay, let me just show you just how much I don't care. You may just be sure, like, yeah, I practice, and what about it? And we got the king. So yeah, I just saw the King of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Wow, all three cards out. I was just doing a reading. I don't think I'm gonna post it because I didn't like how it looked camera wise. 'Cause I'm using my front facing camera instead of the back camera. You may just be showing your front. You're just like, okay, what's up? Instead of like turning your back, you may be someone who was turning your back to a lot of things, but you're now just like letting it know, like be what it is. Like what state to my face of whoa with the tower, yeah, and that may be causing a lot of drama. And then we got the Knight of Cups. So I am just gonna like kind of pick up off of what that reading was with the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and then the King of Cups. Wow. Okay. Lots of messages I'm getting here. With the Queen of Wands, you may be very attractive. You may be a very attractive person. You may be able to really like pull in a lot of things, a lot of ideas, a lot of fire and passion that you're able to basically bring forth a lot of things for you. And with that, that comes with good things and bad things. Sometimes you may be able to attract a lot of good things, and then sometimes you attract a lot of bad things. And that bad things may end up making you lose a lot of things. With the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, like some people will be so attractive that they can harm themselves, not in a good way, but when you're attractive, good attention. Not all attention is good attention, and it takes a lot of wisdom. It takes a lot of knowledge to know that. It takes a lot of courage with the strength card to be able to say no to things that unfortunately does bring loss, unfortunately. And when you are an attractive person, someone who may look good or just be attractive comes in a lot of different areas. It doesn't mean physically, it can mean any type of way. When you're just attractive, you're just attractive. You're just magnetic, especially just magnetic. What's magnetic? When you're very magnetic, you are going to attract things, and not all things that you are attracted. Like, you don't want to attract a knife when you're a magnet. Like, you wouldn't want to attract a knife. Just because you are attracted doesn't mean you want to attract a knife. You know what I mean? Maybe you want to attract a cupcake, but you don't want to attract a knife. You know what I mean? But with that, if you attracted a knife, you are going to harm yourself. But it's like, did you know that that was a knife? Maybe not. Maybe that knife was an expensive knife. Maybe that knife had a nice advertisement on Lifetime. Maybe that knife came with a freaking brand deal or something like that. Like, that knife was very attractive as well, but that doesn't mean that it was going to put you in a Nine of Pentacles upright. Maybe that knife brought you loss. It may have brought you confusion. It may have brought you, you know, something that puts you unstable, and you may be, and the Queen of Wands, it's herself, she is very abundant. And with the King of Cups being out, this is someone who's very emotionally practical. You know, the King of Cups, they're emotionally wise. They're able to kind of balance out the emotions. They're able to ride the waves. They're able to kind of like, the knife's not going to hurt the water. You know, the knife's going to go straight to the bottom of the sea. It's not going to harm them. However, you know, this may be someone who's able to kind of protect you, collective, if you may have lost out on things or lost out on stuff that cause harm to you. This is someone who may be protecting you from losing out on things or something, especially with this Tower that's out. A lot of destruction that may have came towards you, or a lot of destruction that's coming with the Knight of Cups. Oh no, with the Tower and then the Knight of Cups, this means that this was something unexpected. You may have found a lot of new opportunities with whoever this Knight of Cups, this King of Cups is, after some type of loss. There we go. There we go. Yep. Movement with the two. So you may have been blinded. You may have not seen something for what it was. You may have been confused. You may have been unsure of things. Again, with that attraction, when you're very magnetic, a lot of things get brought towards you. Even a blindfold could get towards you. And with that, again, it can just bring in a lot of loss. You will lose out on things, and in a way, you'll start losing out on your attraction as well. But with a King of Cups, the King of Cups, that's someone that sees past your attraction, they see past your looks, they see you for what you are, they see your depths, they see your ocean, they see you for you. And with that, they're able to kind of replenish you. They're able to bring back your water, bring back your depths, and whatever that was destructing you, and kind of rebuild your tower, rebuild you brick by brick, you know, take off your blindfold, get your waves moving again. I don't know what I was about to say. This is not XXX, okay? This is very deep, actually. This may be a twin flame reading. Are we doing twin flames right now? Too many cards, angels. Are we doing twin? I'm like, wait, is this supposed to be a love reading? Hold on. I'm about to get another set of cards. Is this a love reading? Stop. We got the Page of Cups in reverse, but that's too many cards. And I see the Six of Wands. You got some type of victory. Too many cards, though. Angels. We got the Seven of Wands. What's behind that? And then the Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands again. Yeah, the Seven of Wands and the Seven definitely lost out on some type of investments you may have been investing in. But it took a lot of courage for you to maybe realize that whatever you were maybe investing in, that may have not been fueling you, your passion, especially with the Queen of Wands. It may have not what kept you magnetic in the first place. You may have been realizing you was losing your magnetism. Is that a word? You may have been losing your magnetism by investing in the wrong things. And with that, especially with the Ace of Swords, that's the truth. That's what brought you some type of courage, some type of victory, to maybe move forward or realize that you were not truly like that. Maybe you had to like open up a new portal with the world in reverse. Like you had to leave that world and go into another world. Like you had to abandon a world, abandon some type of false opportunity with the Knight of Wands. Someone had to come in and give you another. The abandon with the Tower, like you have to abandon. Yeah, you have to abandon something. Yeah, I read that right. I picked up on that right. It's giving Little Rascals too. Little Rascals. I gotta rewatch Little Rascals and Alfalfa. It's giving that. It's giving Little Rascals. Are you and your lover like? Oh God. Oh my God. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Oh my goodness. And then the Five of Swords. Interesting. Yeah. So you may have realized you may have went towards complete conflict. You may realize your wheel started to turn once you may have went towards a certain type of direction, a certain type of what? Any more angels? Separate cards. I'm about to pick another set of cards. This Five of Swords still came out. The Ten of Wands in reverse came out. Oh yeah, so you definitely let go some type of burden, but you letting some type of burden go definitely is leaving something or some people. Oh yep, like upset with the Nine of Swords. Wow, the Tower in reverse at the bottom of this deck. Interesting. So it's like the Tower out twice. It's like you may be feeling liberated, but other people are feeling like they can't move on. They're stuck in some type of cycle. They're stuck in some type of portal that you may have opened up. Like once people may meet you collective, it's like you bring so much fire, you bring so much attraction, you bring so much beauty, you bring so much hope, you bring so much passion to people. But when you do that to people who don't know what to do with it, that just drains you while it may fuel them. However, once you leave, that may, with the world, now the world's upright. You can now jump into your own world. I can't show this probably. You can now go and create your own new world. And that new world may be with the King of Cups, someone that knows what to do with your water, your fire, maybe not your water, but your fire. But is going to leave people feeling stuck, like stuck in some type of like mirror or something. Tell me more, angels. And maybe feeling like they're losing out on something, and maybe trying to convince you you're going the wrong direction, you're going the wrong way, maybe making you feel like you shouldn't take a chance on something. What's this Wheel of Fortune in reverse? And you definitely have people watching and wishing bad on this Knight of Cups offer. The Six of Cups, yeah, you may be going back to the past underneath with the Tower. Yeah, so this Tower may be something that is from the past, something that you may be more familiar with. It's like going to a building you're more familiar with the Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah, it's like the Six of Cups, like going to the building you're familiar with versus partying with people you do not know. Or going to a community you're familiar with versus partying with them strangers on the boat. I don't know where I just got that. But yeah. Some more angels. Maybe this would be a quick reading. I'm sorry it's been a while. My birthday's coming up, so my hair's changing. It's giving rat's nest. You feel me? But I love it. A bird's nest. But I like it, It's giving that. We're going on vacation. But I'm gonna try to like actually record. Hopefully. Take a shot for me guys. Smoke some for me guys. Breathe some air. Make some wishes. Okay. Too many chords. But that means we're celebrating. Okay. So we got the Two of Wands in reverse and then the Moon. So yeah, so definitely people trying to hide the fact that they don't want you to move forward with whatever is going on, with some type of rekindling you have going on, something that you trust, something that's going on in the past. There's definitely a lot of people hiding the fact that they don't want you to know the truth about. Oh, this is the Sun. Say hi, pumpkin. So there's definitely some type of happiness going on, or some type of peace, some type of masculine energy going on with you. But with this Two of Wands in reverse, and then it falling on the floor and becoming upright, that's kind of crazy. It's like, that's so crazy because I thought this was the Moon. I don't know why this was the Moon. Your girl is a bit tired, but we just had the blue moon, and that's been in my mind for a minute. That's why. But definitely people that don't what I said, but also you are aware. Maybe you may know in the back of your mind that that's the right decision, and that you do need to move forward with something. However, there's energies trying to kind of not allow you to see that this is the right decision. especially with me like having that, like I said a completely different message than I was supposed to. So it's definitely energies trying to make you not move forward with something, when the truth is that you should move forward towards something, because that is the right way. And then we got the Three of Wands. It's like planning, stopping you from planning, however, and then completely putting a halt to it, not even wanting you to even think about it, not even wanting you to have the idea, not even wanting you to. It's kind of crazy. We got the Strength in reverse, and it fell on top of the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. It's like people want you to kind of go back to that energy where you were losing out on things, losing out on your gifts, losing out on your resources, losing out on your peace of mind, losing out on your trust in the divine to bring you forward things. Yeah, but the Justice in reverse is like people want you to kind of like not have hope in your gifts, not have hope in your abilities with that Queen of Wands. Like they don't want you to have hope in your attraction, have hope in your ability to bring things towards you. With that Two of Wands in reverse and that Three of Wands in reverse, it's like people don't want you to have trust in going in the past. They don't want you to move forward. Or maybe moving forward is something that you were trying to do. You were trying to move forward. You were trying to go on to things that were new, go on to things that were fresh to you with the Two of Wands in reverse, the Three of Wands. Like you may have tried that, but that was an epic fail. And maybe all that did was bring you some type of energy where you were not yourself. You did not have any courage. You didn't have any strength. You didn't have any type of ability to be yourself. All it did was bring you nothing but chaos and loss. So now it's like you have to kind of rely on things that you're more familiar with. That's something that brings you more peace. Take that as a resonance. Wow. With the Nine of Swords in reverse and the Sun still coming out, and I even see that's the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and then the Knight of Swords in reverse, and the Death, and the Moon. Ooh, the Moon's still out. So yeah, the Moon and the Sun. So it was like both energies. It's two different energies. It's like things trying to stay hidden while you're trying to seek some type of light, some type of truth, things that were trying to keep you stuck in your head so that you don't have clarity on how to go forward. You could be trying to go forward with new passions, but maybe that new passions is your past versus it being new things. I mean, more angels. Because at the bottom of this deck is the Nine of Swords and upright, and the Queen of Cups behind that. Water energy. With that king, what's this King of Cups? Who's this King of Cups? Who's this King of Cups? You could be the King of Cups too, collective. Ooh. Take this one first. Page of Cups. This King of Cups is somebody who has a lot of love for you and wants to bring you a love offer. And then with the High Priest and the Eight of Swords coming at the bottom of my little row, these are people who do not want you to move forward. They kind of want you stuck, like I said. Yeah. Wow. Or it can also be like maybe you are ignoring your intuition with something. Nine of Wands. That's a lot of passion. That's a lot of fire. This Page of Cups is bringing you some type of what is this High Priest in reverse and this Eight of Swords? And then there's nine. What's this? Okay. Wow. So yeah, this King of Cups is definitely bringing you some type of truth regarding some type of blockages that may have had you stuck in your head and not being able to use your intuitive gifts, not able to see clearly, not able to have insight, not able to move forward with your passions. You may have been stuck in your head a lot. You may have not been able to get sleep. You may have been getting sick. You may have been straight up like crying even and feeling like you just had a lot of knives being thrown at you or being attracted to a lot of knives, especially when I was saying with that Queen of Wands, you attract a lot of things and you may have just been attracting a lot of pain and not being able to kind of move forward with things that were actually healthy for you. But again, like I said, with this King of Cups, you have someone that is able to be very intelligent, is someone that has a lot of love for you, or someone that wanted to bring love towards you or is bringing love towards you, but that may be causing a lot of destruction around other people, bringing a lot of loss around other people, that is turning the wheels backward for other people. Now it's like that energy is being sent back to them. Now they are kind of losing out on the waters. That drowning energy that they were sending towards you is going right back to them. They're now becoming emotionally unstable. They're now being put into conflict. It's like a mirroring of energy, especially if it's some type of energy where it's kind of keeping two divine counterparts apart from each other. There is a King of Cups who, like I said, they're also intelligent, they're smart, they may be very emotional, but they're also they know how to use their words, they know how to kind of use their own knife if they need to. And them being able to use their own knife, they're able to kind of cut you out of those bandages, not literally, but maybe like mentally, maybe with their words. And that kind of allows you to kind of see things more clearly. And we got the Knight of Cups in reverse at the bottom of this deck, which is just like you may have had just a lot of confusion going on, a lot of childish things going on around you. Like with that Ten, it's like you have so much burdens. It may have been like a mess. And this may, and like again with this Six of Cups, this is someone who may know you. Y'all are familiar with each other. This can also be you. You may have to bring out that King of Cups energy out of yourself, that divine masculine energy out of yourself. Taking them. We got the Six of Pentacles. This is someone that's able to share their resources with you. Again, like I said, with that Nine of Pentacles, you may have lost out on a lot, and you were in a lot of illusions. Yeah, and possibly balancing a lot with the Ten of Wands. Again, you put that burdens down and you are 1000% closing out some type of chapter. The World card again and the Wheel card upright. Your wheel is now turning. So now you are the wheel is now turning in your favor because you may have been trapped. Whoa, I did not mean to bend this card. You may have been trapped in some type of loop that was causing you a lot of stress, a lot of stress. Because we got the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords in reverse, the High Priest in reverse. It's like you were blocked out from connecting to the divine for like a minute. But there's some type of energy that was able to kind of go and get you out of that, whether that was you, your higher self, your higher divine masculine, your higher divine. I'm picking up high divine masculine energy in this reading. A lot of divine, like your divine masculine, whether it's your divine masculine, like your own divine masculine, like your divine masculine, or like literally the divine masculine, the physical, had to come and kind of like save you in a way, because you were very much like caught up in some type of tanglement. And they are now, your wheel is now able to turn because it may have been stuck. Wow. Is that what true love is? This can also just be a cycle. It doesn't mean it's true love. This can also be a cycle. This can also be a father figure. With the Four of Cups. Where's one to be? Because we came across and crossing again. Interesting. I'm going to take that. The Four of Cups. So a lot of, like I said, with that binded up energy, look how her legs is twisted up. Like you were very binded up at something, which wasn't allowing you to truly make the right decisions. But you may be able to make the right decisions now. And again, the Two of Swords in reverse. Like, yeah, you are completely free from some type of illusions. The Four of Swords at the bottom of this deck lets me know that you may be able to sleep peacefully now. But her holding the knife is like, can you sleep peacefully? Can you? Wow. Ten of Cups. That's pure happiness. Ten of Cups and Ten of Cups. That's emotional fulfillment, emotional happiness, emotional peace. So someone's definitely bringing you some type of emotional peace after a lot of confusion, a lot of chaos, a lot of lies, a lot of deception that may have been brought towards you. I don't know if it was it a, regarding your like this situation, regarding this person. What is going on? Like I'm just so confused. Like what is even going on right now? Like it just seems like someone just had to like come and like sprinkle some type of like resources, and that alone kind of cleared up everything, which is kind of crazy. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, what's the card? Wow. So so with the Seven of Pentacles, it's like there was a lot of loss of investments, a loss of hard work, something that you or you could have been investing in something that did nothing but kind of it came I flipped it by accident. You may now be investing in something that is more fulfilling nonetheless, but you were investing in something that was bringing you nothing but chaos. And with the hyphenate now out, I would say there's marriage being talked about because the hyphenate card is marriage, but the hyphenate card also is someone that you can trust their word, you can trust their advice, you can trust what they say. This is someone that you can actually seek counsel with. And again, like I said, this could be your own divine masculine, like your like divine masculine could truly be someone that's like you can really talk to them and they can really bring clarity for you, bring clarity to you. With the Knight of Swords in reverse, like it's almost like there's still some type of fight going on. What the heck? It's like people are trying to confuse you. It's like people don't want you to invest, especially with that Seven of Pentacles. It was in reverse and it came upright. It was like people don't want you to trust in whatever you're investing in. They don't want you to put your hard work into something. Yeah, they don't want you to put your hard work into something. With the Page of Wands in reverse, they don't want you to move forward with something that you may have hope for, that you may have new passion for. With the Devil in reverse, but you're letting that go. You're like, yeah, no, that's controlling. That's things that want to control you, things that don't want you to have passion for something, things that don't want you to have some type of light in your eye. You know, they don't want you to have that. They don't. They want you to be stuck. They want you to actually burn that guitar. They want you to toss it. They want you to smash it. They don't want you to move forward with it at all. And possibly there is someone, something around you that kind of reminds you playing with the guitar. They probably look at you like a little fish. They probably like listening to that you play that little guitar or something like that. I don't know. Oh, the Four of Wands. Yeah, like they're like, listen, with the nine of pentacles, Nine of Cups in reverse here. And then the Four of Wands, it's like there's some type of peace and harmony going on. However, that peace and harmony may be leaving other people, or you may be feeling like you can't have both with the Four of Wands and then the Nine of Cups in reverse. The Nine of Cups is like emotional fulfillment, emotional happiness, independence as well. At the bottom, it's like you can have peace, harmony, community, Page of Cups, Ten of Cups. But then this being at the bottom makes me feel like maybe you feel like you can't have that emotional fulfillment on your own. You can't work on things by yourself. You can't do both. You can't have two worlds at once. Wow. The Ten of Cups, the Lovers, the Hyphenate. Is we getting married? Is y'all getting married? This is easily high level commitment on its way. High level marriage, high level divine union. This is easily a divine union, especially with the Devil that we saw in reverse. Like this is easily someone that came and protected you because you guys have a contract, literally a contract, And that was their mission. They were supposed to do this for you. Whether you guys last forever or not, they were supposed to do this for you. They're supposed to kind of protect you. They're supposed to be around you at this time. They're supposed to give you peace. They're supposed to be your community. They're supposed to be that safe space with this Four of Wands. That's your safety. That's your real passion. That's your fire. That's your, what's it called? I'm gonna say your fire extinguisher. That's your obsession. That's what the movie Obsession. And I said it in the last movie. I said it in my last reading. I don't think I'm gonna post that reading, but I was saying how, like, especially with all this like strangeness going on, like I don't know what was keeping whatever two of you people apart. However, it's like in that movie it was so crazy because it's like the guy, he got obsessed with her. By the way, I was able to see the Obsession movie like a early screening, and it gave us this like cute little like one wish riddle. I did not open it yet because I'm actually scared to actually. I mean, I make wishes all the time, but like this was like I'm like actually scared to like actually use this. Anyways, but long story short, the movie was actually kind of like wild because I'm just like, dang, people make wishes all the time, whether they realize it or not, and that movie did such a great way at showing how even when you're attractive, like the girlfriend, she's attractive, and that in itself is a magnetism. It's a spell in itself. So the guy, he fell in love with her. He was under her spell, not because she was a bad person, not because he's crazy, not because it's his fault, but it's just because that's just how the world works. That's how God works. God gave her that attraction, and then God allowed him to be crazy enough to make a spell on something as silly as this, you know? And when that happened, unfortunately, it brought the most craziest turn of events. And it's almost like, okay, so who's the villain? Is the girl the villain because she's so attractive to where a guy fell in love with her? Or is the guy the villain because he was silly enough to fall in love with someone who was just undeniably beautiful to where she borrowed $20 to and gave it to a homeless person that's just so beautiful that someone that's innocent couldn't like love that. You know, it's like who's truly the villain there? But that's the obsession. It's like they're both kind of obsessed. And it's like in order to kind of attract things in itself, you know, she really wanted to do a book. She really wanted to have most likely a successful book. And maybe having that obsessive book, a successful book came with that attraction. That was probably a part of her contract before she was even born. She had to be attractive, and her being attractive was going to come with a lot of maybe obsessive people, a lot of contracts that were going to get sucked into her world, that were going to maybe do things against her that she maybe did not want to be done against her. And that is, you know, spirits getting into her body and making her do things that she did not want to do. And also her attracting people that were just going to be insane, as well as with him, he probably wanted to be attracted to people who he actually wanted to be attracted to. He did not want to be attracted to someone he did not want to be attracted to. There's a lot of people in this world who end up doing things based off of just attraction, you know, and you get sucked into your world, you get sucked into these obsessions, whether it's your craft, whether it's your money, whether it's your family, whether it's your lover, whether it's your job, whether it's your TV show. You get sucked into these obsessions because in itself, it's art, it's beauty, it's magnetic, it's something that you like, and sometimes it harms you. You know, some people are obsessed with food and it makes them get sicknesses and things like that, and it messes up their genetic line down the line because those things get really hard to kind of clear out your drug line. I mean, your drug line. People get obsessed with drugs, and it gets hard to kind of clear out of your family history because once you're addicted to it or something like that, it takes a long time. If you don't clear it out fully, you better hope that your child doesn't end up witnessing that or XYZ. Like, Obsession in itself is such a powerful movie, but it's such a play on how wishes in itself, they happen organically all the time. He's not gonna let me get this. They happen in itself all the time. People wish for love, true love, but with true love, it's going to come with pain. And it's like how the world is. The world in itself is just a beautiful master cluster. You know, the world destroys itself all the time. You know, it has earthquakes. It has He's not gonna let me figure this out. But you know, the world has earthquakes, the world has thunderstorms, it has freaking volcanoes, it erupts. You know what I mean? Like the world literally burns itself all the time. It sometimes it has tsunamis in certain parts, but then it clears itself up as well. And that's what makes it beautiful. You know, it's destruction, but its way of being able to heal itself is what makes it beautiful. And that's what people need to understand, is that like not everything's going to be perfect, not love is going to be perfect, not any situation is going to be perfect. But I think that self-love in itself is the best thing to do. Loving yourself in all phases of yourself, your life, your path, the things that happen to you, the burdens that be casted upon you and stuff like that, being able to let it go, being able to appreciate what comes afterwards, what comes and maybe like saves you, or the guidance you get, the knowledge you get, the clarity you get from it, because that's what makes it beautiful. That's what brings you that lesson. That's what brings you that wisdom. That's what brings you those new leaves on the tree, you know? And it's so crazy how it's like in the movie, it was like the one wish willow. It came from, you know, the willow tree. But it's like trees is what gives us life. That's what gives us air. That's how we breathe. It's from the trees, it's from Mother Earth. And again, like I said, Earth literally destroys itself all the time, but it also heals itself. Humans destroy themselves all the time for the ones that they love, the ones that they obsess over as well, the things that they obsess over. They destroy themselves to bring forth the things that they want. And you just have to make sure that you're not destroying yourself for someone else. You're not obsessing over someone for someone else's dream, someone else's world, someone else's vision, someone else's dream, and things like that. You can't allow yourself to get wrapped up in that. It's very easy to get overpowered by that. And even if you do become overpowered by that, sometimes that's very beautiful. Even like in the movie, before he, you know, he kind of realized like it was not her fault. Like she was just beautiful. But he was also still sick, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know what I got from this reading, but that clarity, the peace, the happiness. I'm not sure what kind of reading this even is. But even with, like I said, this Nine of Cups in reverse, it's like having a craft, but that craft falling apart. Having a love for something, having that emotional peace within yourself, but realizing that, you know, sometimes you need help. Sometimes you need to emotionally trust someone else, trust something else, trust something else to save you. Like, that's okay. Like, trust another thing to be able to come in and share something when you may be losing out on something. Especially when you are as powerful as the Queen of Wands, and you're just so attractive, but you're not going to attract things in the positive thing all the time. Sometimes you're going to attract knives, volcanoes. But at the end of the day, that's what the water is for. You know, the water is here to wash it away, wash the fire away. And that's what makes the world beautiful. That's what makes you beautiful. You know, you got to use all the elements in your world, and your world is not going to just be you. Sometimes it's going to be other things as well. And yeah, you're going to have the fire that's going to burn you, and you're going to have the water that's going to heal you. Okay. And I think that's just something you need to appreciate. And you're going to, and before you know it, you'll have that beautiful union that you're like, oh my gosh, this is what I took to get here. This is what took us to get here, and blah, 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 blah. I used to think love was like fairy tales and sunshines and rainbows, but chill. But yeah, I don't know. This reading was very interesting. I wasn't even expecting this reading to be like this, but it was very much more clear than my last reading. Definitely go watch the movie Obsession, guys. It was very good. And it's so crazy. He's a YouTuber. The guy who wrote it, directed it, produced it all by himself. Had like a $750,000 budget, and he cashed out like $150 million. Isn't that insane? The world is changing, guys. Anything is possible. Just everything is all at once, I guess. I don't know, you know. But yeah. that's all I have for today, folks. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, a beautiful night, a beautiful evening. And yeah, have you a good one. Have you a safe one, like my people say. I'll see you guys very soon.